Welcome back to, oh, I don't even have my cowboy hat on. Oh well, it's raining. We don't care.
Weather, yep.
Welcome back to Our Wyoming Life. My name is Mike, and today we are going to be working some cows in not so nice of weather. We've had about a half an inch of rain here in the last 24 hours, which has really made everything really mucky and really nasty. As you can tell, these guys don't look very happy either. Hanging out with us today, Mr. Jeff, the ranch hand. How are you today, Jeff?
I'm good.
You're a little tired of the wet weather, though, I'm guessing.
I am way tired of the wet weather.
So we finished up haying just in time to be able to not gather hay. The fields are wet and soft. We can't get out there with tractors or trucks right now to gather the hay. So the hay is just pretty much sitting. We will bring you guys some videos about stacking hay and all that kind of good stuff once we get there. But that doesn't mean there's not stuff that has to be done on the ranch. And we have managed to get the archway back up and running. Yep. So we're mixing feed once again. We had a little bit of time off there during haying. We didn't have enough time to get all the things done at once. But now with the archway back up and running, these cows are trying to eat the camera. Be good. Now with the archway back up and running, we have to kind of get back onto a feeding schedule.
Right.
And the first part of that is figuring out how much our cows weigh. And today I'm going to be bringing you guys kind of a simplified feedlot feed program. A little bit less complicated than what we have been doing. I'm trying to make things a little bit easier on everybody involved. So we're going to talk about that towards the end of the video. But first, we have to figure out how much all of our steers weigh. We're in here with the A-team, and this is where we're gonna get started. Jeff, we're loading them on the trailer. We're taking them over one at a time because we have our small trailer, and we have 6 steers here that have to go. 12 would not fit in there, correct?
They would not.
Okay, so we're gonna take 6 at a time, and we're gonna start out with the A-team. All right. You guys ready? Come on. Get in there.
Come on.
Come on. Follow your friends.
Go on.
Follow your friends. Get in there.
Come on. Come on.
Oh, yeah. Get in the trailer, guys. Oh, tight squeeze. Get up there. Look at them go. Uh-oh.
Too
Hey,
close?
Jeff, you're going to have to pull forward.
Yeah, all right.
I can't close the gate. I'm guessing you had the door closed when you...
No, I had it open.
Or I mean open when you back in. Yeah.
Yeah. All right,
So we ran into a little problem here. Jeff is going to sneak by us.
You hold them, I'll move them.
Yep. So this handle is actually hitting a portion of our arrow clip. So we've got cows there right here and we can't get the gate closed. There we go. All right. You're good.
Good enough?
Good enough. So we're going to run across the other side of the road where we're going to weigh these steers. One of our plans has been to get a scale underneath this chute over here so we don't have to take them across the road. However, with all the rain, we haven't had a chance to do that yet either. It's on the list for this summer. We just have to pour a small concrete pad. Hopefully we can get that done before Jeff leaves to head back to California for the winter. But we still got a little bit of time left with him. So in the meantime, we're going to take these guys across the road and get them weighed. And the reason we're weighing them is we need to know how much we feed them. in our feedlot, we've got a program. It's basically a finishing program. These cows eat grass their entire lives. That's pretty obvious. But for the last 4 months that they're here on the ranch, they do end up going through the finishing program. And that finishing program, we give them corn, oats, and barley in order to promote fattening and marbling of the meat. That fattening and marbling is what gives the meat its flavor, and it's what makes our meat different from everybody else's by the way that we finish. If you grass finish, grain finish, all those kind of things, everything that cow eats contributes to how they taste. And another thing that makes us a little bit different is Jeff is actually using the tractor today to move the stock trailer around.
Yeah.
Any reason behind that?
Ease of hookup and disconnect, number one. It takes so long for me to hook the trailer up to the truck. While it is more difficult to back without mirrors, it is not impossible.
It is not impossible. We should get you a camera or something. All right, let's set up our gates and we'll get these guys waiting.
Come on.
And there they are. These steers are actually last year's calves. This is the A team. They will be leaving here in roughly about a month. So we're hoping to get them to about 1,200 pounds by the time that they leave the ranch. While the steers come into the chute, we're going to come over here to our scales, and this is our scale system. We've got a true test scale and scale bars underneath the chute, which are right there and over there. Those will weigh the cattle as they come in. I also have it linked to my phone so that I will get the exact measurement as they come in, and then we can figure out an average per animal or an average for the group depending on how we want to feed them. So Jeff is just going to bring them up one at a time and we're going to get them entered in. Who's first? Number 5. Come on up, kiddo. All right, recorded. Out you go. Next up. We've got number, I can't tell, there's no tag. Oh, wait a minute, yes there is. What number are you? 20, I can't read it. Go back. Who are you? 28. Record that one. Who's next?
16.
16. And we hit record.
Number 7.
Number 7. Number 19, is that what that is?
I don't know. He won't turn this direction.
We need to put him in the other ear, apparently. 19, yep. And we record that one.
Come on. Come on, get up.
And last but not least, number 32, or 30 something, 31. And record. All right. So that's the first half of our data collection. Now we just go get the B team and do the exact same thing. Do we want to take these guys back with us? Might as well.
That's what I was thinking. Put them in the holding pens, run the B through, run the B in, and we're done.
Then we're done. Okay, let's do that.
All right, boys, come on.
So these guys are a little bit lighter than where we probably want them to be, and I'm gonna blame that on the fact that the Aeroquip was, or not the Aeroquip, but the Archway, our mixer, was actually broken down. And we weren't able to give them the exact rations that we know, if we do this correctly, we're able to do. We don't have a TMR machine, so we actually mix our hay along with our corn, oats, and barley, along with a grow mix and molasses, so that these guys gain the weight they're supposed to. But when we don't have the equipment we need, obviously it causes all kinds of problems. So we're dealing the best we can with a little bit off situation, but they are still heavy. They're all over 1,000 pounds. They're not gonna probably reach that 1,200 pounds by the end of the month, but they're gonna be pretty dang close. And this helps us get them back on track, which is where we want them. Well, we might have a little sunlight breaking through here, so Jeff is going to take those steers back across the road. We're going to meet him there in just a second. First, we're going to run over to the gardens where we are going to open up the high tunnels. We've had them closed down because of the weather, but if the sun is going to come out, it's going to get hot in there really fast. So teamwork makes the dream work, and we all try to step up wherever we can. There goes Jeff. We're going to go down this way. These are the high tunnels where a lot of the vegetables on the ranch comes from. Inside, oh, it's starting to heat up in here. Now it is 60 degrees outside. Inside the high tunnel here, it is already 90. So we're going to open up the end doors just to get a little bit of airflow going through here. All right, that'll help out a lot, especially now that the sun is starting to shine. So from where we're actually weighing these steers to where we're getting them over in the feedlot is actually across the highway. Highway 50 actually goes through a portion of the ranch, divides the ranch into two separate sections, which is kind of a pain in the butt, but not much we can really do about it. Our feedlot program happens on the other side of the road from where our house and the large Aeroquip corrals with the scale are located. It's only a matter of, you know, a few hundred feet, maybe even a quarter of a mile, maybe at most. So it's not horrible, but it's not half as bad as trying to back a tractor up with no mirrors and a livestock trailer. There you go. Keep coming. Keep coming. There you go. Straighten it out right about there and you'll be good to go. That'll work. Stop right there. Awesome. So like Jeff mentioned back there, we are actually going to be putting these guys into a little bit of a holding corral so that we don't have to worry about them getting mixed in with the other ones. So I'm actually going to open up this gate so that when they come down this chute, they can kick right out over on this side into this little holding corral.
Go on. Go on.
Turn. All right, nope, go up. Hey Jeff, that big ball of fire in the sky is kind of cool, right?
Yeah, something new. I've decided this is May weather.
May weather.
Maybe 65, it may be 85.
Ain't that the truth? Okay, let's get these guys on the trailer. Let's go. Come on, boys. Come on. There you go, good job.
That sure works well.
It does. It's not horrible to move these guys. I mean, how far do you think we're moving them? A few hundred feet?
Yeah.
Maybe 1,000 feet. I mean, it's not horrible. They get used to loading on a trailer. Sure. Makes it easier when you do have to load them on a trailer. They get used to getting on and off. So let's get these guys weighed, and then I think we'll take a look at our numbers, and then we will put them away, and everybody will be done for the day.
Good enough.
Back across the road we go. Well, I'll come back just a little bit farther. That'll work. Perfect. Somebody go. Come on. All right, Jeff, I'm gonna let you go ahead and get these guys loaded back up. We are gonna go in the shop and take a look and see what we got. Okay guys, got my hat back on since it's starting to warm up here a little bit. And we can take a look at some of these numbers and actually see what they mean. So we have our A team and our B team. They are the ones that we weighed today. Taking a look at the numbers themselves, we know that the A team weighed a total of 6,171 pounds. The B team was 5,200. Really simply, if I was going to take a look at our feed program, we got to talk about two things really quick. We have just a grain feed program, and we have a grain feed plus hay program. That's called a TMR. It's a total mixed ration, and it can also have other stuff in it, like I was talking about earlier, molasses and all that kind of stuff. So if we go over here and we just talk about feed, now feed would be just our grain. And if we're going to grain feed our cows, we're going to have our grain, which for us is corn, oats, and barley. If we're doing that, and we're only doing that, what I like to do is about a 1.5% feed per day of just the grain. If we're doing TMR which is that total mixed ration. That's where we mix the hay and everything else together. I like to do 3%. It's that simple. For our TMR mix, we actually do about 50-50. So we're 50% hay, 50% grain. Now, the difference, the main difference between these two is that the TMR mix forces them to eat that hay. The grain straight mix, they may fill up on grain and they may decide that they're not going to eat that much hay. Then you've got problems with bloat and all kinds of other stuff. So if we're trying to figure out how much we need to feed these guys per day right now, it's pretty simple. All we have to do is take, yeah, I know you guys are hungry. You take that, the weight, this is the A-team, 6171 times 0.03. That gives you 185 pounds of feed per day in our TMR side of things. As for the B team, they are 5,200. Take that times 3%, and that's 156 pounds. So this is for today, and actually we kind of do it by the week. So if our cows are gaining the way that we want them to gain, they're gaining 2.2 pounds per day. In a week, each one should be gaining about 15 pounds. If there's 6 of them in there, we're looking at a 92-pound increase per week. We can add that directly onto these numbers and hopefully stay where we're supposed to be. Now, we do have to weigh them every once in a while. We try to weigh about once a month just to make sure that we're still on track. So for right now, 185 pounds. Next week, if they gain 92 pounds, so next week we will be at 60 to 63, and take that times 3%. So we're going to just bump up, well, by 3 pounds next week. It's that simple. It's relatively easy to figure out if you're finishing your own steers. It's a great way to do things. Remember, if you're just feeding the grain, be careful, watch for bloat, and make sure that they're eating their hay, because after all cows are grass-fed. Now, I hope that makes sense for a lot of you guys. I did have, we have done videos before where we talk about our mixing rations and all that kind of stuff, and it does get really confusing, but that 1.5% and 3% rule, with that, you can never go wrong. Let's run back across the road, catch up with Jeff, and let's give him a hand. Said I was gonna come give you a hand. This is the B team. They've got to go back on the other side. I'll go open the gate, or how do you want to do this?
I'll get the alley open.
All right, you might as well go down and open the gate too, and I'll just let these guys come follow me. Come on, gang.
Go on.
Looks like these guys need a bail too.
Yeah.
While Jeff gets that latched, we'll kick out these other guys and we'll be good to go. Come on, friends. Let's go. Well, Jeff, I'd say we figured some stuff out.
Yeah?
Yeah, these guys, the A-team is a little lighter than I'd want them, but they haven't had like their correct ration for a month, so
yeah.
It's not really
Kind of been winging it.
Yeah, exactly.
Without the archway.
But this gets us back on track, gets us back to where we need to be. Obviously, we still have a lot to do. But as for these guys, I think we're doing okay. We'll be good and be able to run with it and move on to the next thing. So
Good.
thank you for your help today. I appreciate it.
My pleasure.
Everybody's happy to see you, I'm sure. All right, guys, that's it for today. We will get back to moving hay, hopefully, as soon as things dry out a little bit. And we've got a pig project on the way, pig pen project. And of course, we're waiting for Sturgis to get over with and all the motorcycles to go away. So thanks for hanging out with us once again. Be sure to subscribe, follow along as we explore the ranch life and escape the ordinary. Meat is coming soon. If you've been waiting for beef and pork and you've been waiting to order for everything to be in stock, it will be happening here in the next few days. So make sure you subscribe to our newsletter and follow along as we do what we do right here in Northeast Wyoming on Our Wyoming Life. Thanks, guys.